Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries run-through of Titanfall 2, and in this episode we are still going through Cause and Effect, the second part after we have successfully learned that the massive Space Alliance Corporation, whoever the fuck, might as well be Evil Wal-mart, has developed an ability to just generate wormholes. And that's a problem, because it'll make it so that it is significantly easier for them to resupply and reinforce areas that they already hold. At least, you know, for us, the rebellious resistance, as we are.
Gentlemen, we have finally found the most efficient supply line distribution network in the entire galaxy. For instead of traveling through space, nay, our products will travel through time. Our competitors will languish.
Well, they're still traveling through space, but they're shortening. But they're using space folding tech in order to generate wormholes, so that they can travel through less space than everyone else.
Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Oh, don't look down. Oh, Shrek!
Fire!
I'm looking down. Ah!
I honestly don't know what is a better way of dealing with the shield enemies in this game, other than, you know, just trying to get behind them.
Well, I mean, of course you're trying to just get behind them. That is the number one gimmick with shield enemies, is that the fucking shield only covers one part of their body. The other parts are exposed.
Anderson's log 342. The full weapons power source is called the ARC.
Reactor, you know, from Iron Man.
Doesn't look like they've perfected the casing.
Which is kind of interesting, because you think that they would have the casing before they would start doing the actual weapon tech.
The ARC must be somewhere else.
No, you have. So first, I mean, I was about to make a comparison to a chicken egg. How about a piece of chocolate? So you make the chocolate first, and then you make the foil wrapping. That's the shell.
I suppose, but in that instance, you already have the recipe for the chocolate already mapped out and everything.
Well, it seems that Willy Wonka has been making more than scrumdiddly-umptious bars. He's been trying to take over the world with chocolate.
He did so with sprees, and sprees are not even the best Wonka candy.
I never thought that I could be time traveling freely, making objects appear and disappear at will.
If I were a wealthy man. That is a totally different movie. My mom really likes Fiddler on the Roof. I've never been all that attached to it. I will grant that specific tracks in it are really good, but like, it's only specific tracks, you know?
Yeah. Like how some tracks in Mary Poppins, some are like, some are annoying, and some are really, really catchy.
Yeah. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, for example, is an extremely catchy track. It's also one that I don't actually listen to on my own on purpose.
Huh. Mid-air time jump.
This is honestly one of the most inventive things that we do with the time travel bracelet. We get to shift back and forth between platforms as we're crossing them. It's honestly a really good thing. It's not all that much of an increase in platforming for a platforming challenge, but it is, you know, it's nice to have that kind of variance in your gameplay in general.
Blast.
Yes. I believe this is the Hemlock shotgun, right? I think so. I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually have any of the weapons visuals memorized for anything. So.
What quirky names do we have for some of the weapons? I like the weapons in this
game. I do, but I'm not particularly attached to them. You know.
Hemlock, Mastiff. I thought Mastiff has a pretty fucking dope name for a gun. That's a dog.
Yay! We picked up one of the pilot helmets, which is the last one in this level. I'm not entirely sure what you get for collecting all the pilot helmets. I believe you get a skin for the multiplayer, which honestly is a cool reward. It makes it so that, you know, experiencing the entirety of the single player campaign is mostly worth it for other people. But as I am a wimp and a pansy, I don't want to play the multiplayer pretty much at all. This is also a really cool gimmick, you know, consistently shifting through the time in order to traverse the damaged ventilation shaft.
Right.
I like that. Like, we do a lot of interesting one-piece segments with the time travel gimmick. It's just that this is the only level that we get the time travel gimmick. I mean, it makes sense. This is the facility where we were testing out the fold weapon, so it makes sense that this is the only time we get to use this power. But at the same point, you know, I would like to have this be a core part of the gameplay, in theory. I realize it would take significantly longer to develop the other levels around it, but it would still be cool to have.
Huh, he fell for it.
Cooper, based on your recon of this facility, I may have a plan. Meet me outside.
Alright, how do we get outside from here, BT?
Time travel?
Probably time travel.
Well, before you said that this is the only level that we use time travel in, I was going to conjecture that at some point we're going to run into an enemy who is, you know, not only capable of time traveling, but they're time traveling with us, so that no matter which time period we're in, we can't escape from them.
Sadly, no. This is the closest to, you know, persistent enemies that we get. I do believe that there's a combat section in both halves of this particular segment, but you know, it's just easier to take down the robots as they spawn, and then there's the door. So, yep, our next mission objective is to locate the Ark.
Past. Present. Future.
Meet me at the rings in order to scan the Ark's energy signature.
Huh. Bet you didn't see that coming. Because in a previous timeline, there wasn't actually anybody standing there. And then I warped there because I'm awesome.
And boink. And punch. Yay.
Huh. You can tell when the enemy's dead because his health is tied to his shield battery.
Uh-oh! Fauna! Fauna I'm not paying attention to. And a boatload of them.
Time
Jesus.
travel. Get the hell out of
Why?
there.
There's dudes right behind me if I time travel.
Well, ain't that a fucking... You're dead. I did. You know what? I think you would have done better against the humans because the humans are not quite that ferocious. Boop.
Kind of. Like the big issue that I would have had dealing with the humans is the fact that the ones that are here are these big shield enemies.
Yeah, see, you just
especially
escaped from
because
gunfire.
down here it's not just fauna that's here. It's the other robots that I've not yet killed.
Marty, you're just not thinking fourth dimensionally.
Of course, I'm not thinking fourth dimension.
All right, now time travel.
Fourth dimension yet.
Escape from the hazard.
No,
He's too
just a bunch of puppy
pertinacious.
dogs. I can take down puppy dogs with my hemlock. See? Like so. I just got to get into a decent spot.
Double blast him. Right.
Now the big issue is, can I get out of here before the robots get me?
I've located the controls to extend the bridge to the rings. I have marked it on your HUD.
Robots. Persons not in disguise.
Have caused the remaining automated security systems to be quite hostile towards us in the present.
Ah!
Jesus
We got
Christ.
stomped.
Oh, that made me laugh. I hope it made you laugh too, because that was silly to watch. Okay, that's not a bad
That
checkpoint
was kind
right
of silly
there.
to watch. But yeah, what I want to do is I want to time travel first, allow the guys to spawn, and then use BT in order to take them out.
Huh. Time travel now in a game that is causing us to re-experience previously occurred situations. Huh. The irony. Almost like we've done this before.
Not quite. Thankfully, this is an instance where we can use time travel in order to avoid combat. Nah, well, at least for a moment. So these are Legion mechs. I don't honestly know what the big thing that the Legion suits provide. I think it's just the Gatling gun, but if it's just the Gatling gun, then the Expedition effectively has got the same weapon. So
it's gonna blow.
And now we get to activate the burst core and take them both down because that is how good the goddamn burst core is. Boom, baby.
Yeah. Booyah.
Alright, so what is the new type loadout that we have here? The Ion. I fucking love this one. This one. Alright, the Ion's energy blaster is not honestly the big thing that I like about it. What I like about the Ion is the super laser cannon that it gets when it's maxed out, and it's relatively easy to max out. The energy blaster that is tied to it is good, just not the best thing. Bridge controls. Use our data dagger in order to hack things. And then time travel again. Woohoo!
You guys will never catch me. I'm a time traveler, baby.
And that is mostly the plot of this level, so.
Really? They
Yes,
have a...
you can fully charge the Q laser in order to do a significant amount of single target damage. It's really good against specific bosses. Specifically, I'll be using Ion for what is the final boss in the game because I just love how awesome that laser is. But honestly, I will grant that it's pretty much the only thing I end up really liking on it. The problem that the normal energy blaster's got is that it's got relatively low ammo, and it takes a little bit too long for it to reload. It's like a good 3 seconds on its reload time. It's a powerful weapon, sure, but it's just not one that I'm comfortable with using because I'm not good with it. And whap!
The armor is too thick.
I should switch over probably to either the Brute or, just the Expedition because the Expedition is such a nice goddamn core. It really is. And the thing is, if you get the full laser powered up, the super laser that you get for your trait is just absolutely amazing.
Ooh.
We've almost got it now. There we go. Ahem. Activate the laser core.
Laser
Come
core
on.
online.
Zap!
You are no match for me.
For I
Cutscene.
have the super laser core. Mwahaha.
See, that was supposed to happen.
Oh, we have entered into null time. This is this is why you don't use time travel bracelets willy-nilly, because this is what can happen. You can end up frozen in a time anomaly that is, not where you want to be and is difficult to escape from. Thankfully, we are the main character, despite the lore-wise us being just a nobody. So we get to escape from this using this. Acquire the Ark.
Hey, Doc, what was that you were talking about? Damage to, the space-time continuum? Well, I looked at it like, what the hell?
It was very freaky, man. And so we have scanned the Ark.
Well done.
Now we have an energy signature that we can share. Now we can
As
trace.
discovered, the IMC intend to destroy the militia planet of Harmony.
I see, we have destroyed the time travel device.
Pilot Cooper.
No longer operational. But thankfully, we actually ended up in the correct time.
Yes. Be safe, everybody.